Good morning, guys. So I hope my screen is visible for everyone. So let us introduce myself. So myself, I am Harikrishna. So total, I have 3+ years of experience in IT industry. So out of 2 years in Java and 1.5 year in Adobe Experience Manager. Okay. So I have the skills are like core Java and J2W, AEM, and JavaScript and React.js as well. Okay, so these are the technologies I know, and okay, we'll discuss today's session with. So already, this is your second session, I guess. Uh, so last session I just give the syllabus and orientation class I have taken in the last session. Okay, so today we'll discuss. Okay, let us start with Java full stack development. So generally, so some of them are coming from non-IT background, and some of them are might be they work in some other sectors, and they are coming to in the IT industry. Okay, so they will ask the first question, sir, is there any prerequisites to learn the Java? That is the basic question. Most of them they will ask, right? Prerequisites for learning the core Java, Java full stack development. There is no prerequisites. Only the requisites are your time and your dedication and your commitment. Your dedication and your commitment. These are prerequisites. Okay, there is no. If you are coming completely from non-IT background also, then you are eligible for the Java. Okay, if you don't know anything, so how we are treating you, you don't know anything from the technologies. So from the scratch level, we will give the training to you. Okay, so only the prerequisites is your time, your dedication, and your commitment. These three are prerequisites. Okay, so Java full stack development I can categorize into three modules. I can categorize into three modules. What are the module? So module number one is the backend development. Backend development. So here I can mention with backend development. In the backend development, what are the technologies generally we have? First one is the core Java. Core Java, basically here we will learn the fundamentals. Core Java is only the fundamentals. There we will learn how to write the programs, how to compile the programs, and how to execute the programs. Whenever you are executing the programs, how the processes happens in the internal, meaning JVM, how the processes happens. So this is the all the things we will learn in the core Java. Okay, core Java is very fundamentals. After the core Java, we will learn about the some advanced Java. Advanced Java. In the advanced Java, generally we have the JDBC and we have the servlets, okay, and JSP. Generally, we'll see one by one. Generally, JDBC meaning Java database connectivity. Okay, so it will establish the relation between our Java application to the database. So generally it will act as a mediator in between Java application and database. Java application and servlets is basically which is used to make our web application accessible through the net. Through the net, okay. And the next one is JSP, Java Server Page. Generally, nowadays Java Server Page is nobody is not using the JSP. Okay, nobody is not using the JSP. So I will see some fonts instead of JSP. So nowadays most of them are using instead of JSP. Most of them are using React.js and Angular. React.js and Angular. So JSP has deprecated. So instead of JSP nowadays, if you have the good knowledge on React.js and Angular, so that is you have a very good demand in the market. React.js and Angular. So instead of JSP, so these are the technologies React.js and Angular. Okay. And next thing, so in the module number one, Third one is the database. Third one is the database. Okay, so in the database, we have the technologies are like Oracle and MySQL. MySQL. Okay, SQL meaning structured query language. So, like our data will be stored in the database, right? For example, if you create one Facebook account after 2 years, after 3 years, you want to log in your Facebook, so your details will be stored in somewhere, right? So that location is called database. Our data will be stored by using the language that is the SQL language. SQL meaning structured query language. We will use the structured query language to store our data. We will use structured query language to store our data. So if you aware of these three areas, meaning core Java, advanced Java, and database, then you are good knowledge in the backend development. You have the good knowledge in the backend development. Core Java, advanced Java, and database. These three are comes under the category of backend development. Okay, these three are comes under the backend development. Okay, next thing is second module, that is the module number 2. In the module number 2, I can say this is the front end development. Actually, front end development. Okay, in the front end development, what are the technologies generally we have? First one is the HTML. So generally HTML, which will give structure of the web application, and we have the CSS. So CSS will give makeup to the our application, makeup to the applications. So second technology is the CSS, cascading style sheets. So they both together are the designs which will give good look and feel to the websites. HTML and CSS are the designs which will give good feel and look to the website. Okay, front end meaning whatever we are seeing with our eyes. So that is called front end. For example, if you open the Flipkart, Amazon, so the front end screen is you are seeing some icons, right? So everything comes under the front end part. The front end part we can design with the technologies are like HTML, CSS. HTML, CSS are the design which will give good feel and look to the website. Which will give good feel and look to the website. Okay. And third one is the JavaScript. So what is the purpose of JavaScript generally? So JavaScript will give dynamic nature to our web application. Okay, JavaScript is the language which will give dynamic nature to the applications. Dynamic nature. For example, if you want to whenever you are logging to some accounts, so some pop-up will come, right? So such kind of dynamic nature we can achieve by using the JavaScript language. We can achieve by using the JavaScript language. So after this, we have the Bootstrap. Actually, Bootstrap is also similar to CSS. Bootstrap. This is also similar to CSS, and with the help of Bootstrap, we can achieve the mobile compatibility. If you make any web application, if you are accessing by using the mobile, so that is it will give the good appearance in the mobile also. So Bootstrap is also similar to CSS, which will also give the markup backup to the applications, and you can achieve by mobile compatibility. Mobile compatibility. If you open any website in the mobile, so can good appearance. Okay, mobile compatibility. Next, JavaScript, which will give dynamic nature to the applications. And next, we have the technologies are React.js. Okay, React.js. And next, we have the React.js are Angular. So if you are comfortable, if you are good at either React.js or Angular, then you have a very good demand in the market. Okay, anyone is sufficient. Anyone is sufficient. If you are good at anyone is sufficient. Okay, these are the front end technologies: HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, React, and or Angular. React and Angular. So, for example, if you are recently a passed out graduate or if you are a pursuing graduate, if you attend the any interviews, so in the interview perspective, they will ask the questions from these two modules actually. Okay. If you are attending the fresher level, or if you are pursuing the graduation fourth year or third year like that, and if you are attending the interviews, okay, they will ask the questions from these two modules. So apart from these two, they won't ask any other questions. Okay, so they will ask the questions from these two modules, module number 1 and module number 2. Okay, these are the things generally. Okay, if you are the fresher and if you are the graduate student, so if you are attending the interviews your own, so the regular questions they will ask from these two modules. The regular questions they will ask from these two modules. Okay, okay, fine. So after like for example, if you complete your graduation in 2019 and 2018, so some gap will be there in our career, right? So such kind of guys, what they need to learn, they need to learn. So that is comes under the module number 3. Module number 3. Okay, in the module number 3, generally, this is called frameworks. Frameworks. Okay, frameworks. So what are the frameworks generally? In core Java, I will tell the frameworks. So frameworks like Spring Core, and next one is Spring Boot. Okay, Spring Boot, and next we have the microservices. Microservices. Okay, these are the frameworks actually. These are the frameworks. So along with, we need to learn real-time tools actually. Real-time tools. So the real-time tools, almost we have the 20 real-time tools. So among those, we should learn at least 10 real-time tools. 10 real-time tools we should learn. Okay. This is the, like, once you good knowledge in the frameworks, then you can eligible, like you can keep the 3 years or 4 years of experience. Okay, like that you can keep, and then you can try in the market, then you can easily place. Okay, so in our case, what we will tell, so instead of these three frameworks, we will tell the our AEM. Okay, so in our case, so generally if you join any institute, so they will teach these three frameworks, right? This is the complete Java frameworks actually. Spring Core, Spring Boot, microservices are belong to completely Java frameworks. So in our case, instead of learning these three things, we will learn the AEM tool actually. We will learn the AEM. Are you guys clear with my point? We will learn AEM instead of learning these three things. So AEM also, this is also one framework. So which is the combination of three frameworks actually. Okay, OGI, JSR, and Apache Sling. Okay. So instead of learning these three frameworks, we will learn the AEM. We will learn the AEM. Okay, so why I am telling this one, because so some of them are, they might be complete their some of them whoever is coming to us from here, so they are recently they completed core Java and Java full stack development. Some such kind of students also joining generally. Okay, so instead of these three frameworks, we will give the training on the AEM. Okay, so in our case these three are not required. Okay, if you have the knowledge, that is good, but if not, that is also fine. If not, that is also fine. Okay, this is the total three modules. Okay, module number 1 backend development, and module number 2 front end development. In the backend development, what are the technologies we have? Core Java meaning fundamental things. There we can learn how to write the program, how to compile the program, how to run the program. Okay, next we have the advanced Java. In the advanced Java, we should learn JDBC. What does it mean by JDBC? Okay, JDBC is the Java database connectivity, which will make the establish between the Java application and database. Okay, it will act as a mediator in between Java application and database. And next we have the servlets. So servlets are the normal Java classes only, which will have the methods are like init method, destroy method, service method, which will take the parameters, process the parameters, return the response, and it will make our web application accessible through internet. Okay, and the next one is the JSP. JSP nowadays nobody is not using the JSP. So JSP has deprecated. Instead of JSP, nowadays everybody, all the industries, all the companies are using the technologies are like React.js or Angular. If you are good at any among those two, if you are good at least React.js, that is sufficient. Okay. Next one is the database. So generally database we have the languages are like Oracle and MySQL, structured query language. So we can delete the data, we can update the data, we can modify the data by using the these languages. Might be the Oracle, might be the SQL, MySQL. Okay, and this is comes under the module number one. In the module number two, we have the front end development. Front end development, these are the technologies, HTML and CSS. So HTML and CSS are the designs which will give good feel and look to the websites. Okay. Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is also which will give the makeup to the websites and for the mobile compatibility. Okay. Next, JavaScript is the language, so which will give the dynamic nature to the web applications. Next, we have the React.js and Angular. Okay, so if you are good at AD1, then we can easily place the in the market. Okay, these are technologies comes under the front end development. These are the technologies comes under the front end development and module frameworks. If you have the in your career, if you have the gap like 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, then so generally we need to learn these frameworks. So in our case, instead of learning these three frameworks, we will give the training on the AEM. So we will keep the experience 4 or 5 years like that. So this is the thing generally. Okay, these are the three modules I can categorize. Okay, so after this, like if you visit any like institutes, so they will mention like Python full stack development, Java full stack development, .NET full stack development, right? So generally there in that case, for example, what are the technologies they will teach? I will give the overview, then we'll get the clarity like what are the technologies they will cover. So for example, if you go with the Java full stack development, any institute they will follow the same structure actually. Okay, so I will give the overview Java full stack development. So full stack is nothing but front end and back end. Okay, who the program develop the front end and back end, those persons you can call full stack developer. Okay, full stack meaning front end and back end. So here also in the back end first we go with the front end technologies. What are the front end technologies? Front end technologies, front end development like HTML. I can mention with HTML, next CSS, next Bootstrap, next I can mention with JavaScript, next React.js or Angular, React.js or Angular. Okay, the front end development is the common. Next, we'll go with the back end development. In the back end development generally, so here we have the core Java. Okay, this is comes under the Java full stack development, right? Okay, if you go with the Python full stack development, if you go with the Python full stack development, so I'm giving overview full stack development. So generally the front end technologies are the common. Okay, only vary the back end technologies. Only vary back end technologies. Front end technologies are the common. Only vary back end technologies. Back end technologies are the vary. Okay, so something I will copy from this one. And here they will use the back end technologies are the Python. Okay, next if you go with the .NET, in case of .NET also the same process. Front end technologies are the common. So .NET full stack development, .NET full stack development, .NET full stack development. So the front end, I would say the front end technologies are the common. Any full stack development, front end technologies are the common. Okay, if you are the good at front end technologies, like you can if you the project might be in the Python related project also, you can get the chance to work with the Python project. If you are the project might be .NET also, you will get the chance to work with the .NET project also. Okay, in the back end they will use the .NET or you can say C sharp. Okay, they will use the C sharp. So these are the things. Okay, front-end technologies are common, back-end technologies will vary from one technology to another technology, one technology to another technology. So this is the you need to aware actually what does like Java full stack development, Python full stack development, and I can say .NET full stack development. Okay, so this is clear. Okay, so what will happen, so I will give the full structure by using the MS Paint. We'll get the clarity on it. For example, I will take the MS Paint. So generally what will happen, I will give the complete architecture. Generally our application will available in some systems, right? For example, if I take okay, so you can assume this is the backend part. This is the backend part, backend development. Okay, so our in the backend we will develop Java application, right? That the Java application should be here. You can assume like that. This is our Java application. So I can give the name. This is Java application. This is Java application. Okay. This is Java application. I can mention Java AP. Okay. If you want to run the Java application, server is mandatory. So inside the server only we can able to run our Java application. Server is mandatory. So I am taking the server. This is the server, and inside the server only we can able to run our web applications. Inside the server only we can run the our web application. Okay. So I will take some another light color. This is the server. This is server. Are you guys clear with my point? So by using, after learning the core Java and advanced Java, we will develop one project, right? So that project is called application. If you want to run our web application, so compulsory server is mandatory. Inside the server only we can run our web application. Inside the server only we can run our Java application. Okay. Next thing is this Java application can communicate with the database. Okay, so the database I can take here. The database I can take here. This is the database. This is the database, and the database. I can mention with the names. This is the database. Generally the database which is used to store our data, right? So directly we cannot able to store our data directly into the database. We require one mediator. That mediator in between our Java web application, our Java application and database, that mediator is called JDBC. We need one mediator. The mediator name is JDBC. So with the help of JDBC only we can communicate with the database. If not, we cannot. If if not JDBC, we cannot communicate with Java application to the database. Okay, JDBC will act as a mediator between the Java application and database. Java application and database. Are you guys clear with my point? Okay, this is the backend, and I will take the front end. So how the front end it should be generally. If I take with the some front end, so generally I can take with the front end. So front end is also called as UI, meaning user interface. User interface. So generally user interface which is helpful to interact users or client to the Java applications. It will act as a mediator in between the users and our application, Java application. It will act as a mediator. User interface meaning it will provide one environment to communicate with the Java application. Okay, so UI meaning user interface, right? This is, I can mention the naming is front end development. We can develop UI interface by using the front end technologies. Front end development. I can mention with front end development. Front end development. I can mention with front end development. Okay, and there we can communicate like this, back end to front end. Okay, for example, you can assume the users might be connected with, you can assume this is the user, they might be connected by using, okay, so somebody is trying to join, I guess. Okay, so they might be, they can access by using the mobile. Okay, they can access by using the laptop or any desktop, right? These are the multiple devices. There they can open there they can open website, and through that they can access. Through that they can access. Okay, through that they can access, right? They can access. Now I will take. I will draw the connection. So like this. This is, you can assume, might be the mobile. Okay, might be the some laptop. Might be the desktop. Might be the desktop. Okay, this is the user interface. User interface meaning whatever we are seeing with our eyes. So watchable part is called front end development. Watchable part is called front end development. Okay, watchable part is called front end development. Okay, fine. So next thing is watchable part is called front end development. Okay, what are the technologies we will use for develop the front end technology? What are the technologies they will use generally? So the technologies are like, so I can write HTML and CSS, JavaScript. Next we have the Bootstrap. Next we have the React.js or Angular. React.js or Angular. React.js or Angular. Okay, okay, fine. And what are the technologies we will use for Java application? Meaning the backend technologies are like Java. Okay, we will use Java. Java in the Java comes under the core Java and advanced Java both. Okay, Java. Okay, fine. And servers. What are the servers we will use generally? So in the market, if you open your Chrome, if you look for the servers, there are multiple servers in the market actually. So the multiple servers are like Tomcat server, Tomcat server, Tomcat, okay, WebSphere, WebLogic, Web, WebLogic, Glossyfish, Glossyfish. These are the servers are available in the market. These are the parallel servers actually. These are the servers. So in the market, these are the servers available. Tomcat server, WebSphere, WebLogic, and Glossyfish. These are the servers available in the market. Okay, so among those, so regularly, frequently, so our Java is very familiar with Tomcat. So that is the only the reason we use the Tomcat server. These are the servers available in the market: Tomcat server, WebSphere, WebLogic, Glossfish. So among those, so our Java is very familiar with Tomcat server. That is the reason we will use the Tomcat server. That is the reason we will use the Tomcat server. Okay. Okay, fine. Next, database. What are the technologies for the database? The database technologies are Oracle. So Oracle is the one database technology, and second one is MySQL. MySQL is the one database technology. So if you are comfortable in any one, then you can say you are good at database technology. You are good at database technology. So along with we need to have the knowledge on real-time tools actually. What are the real-time tools? So I will give the list. Real-time tools. So these real-time tools also required. I will give the real-time tools. Real-time tools. The real-time tools are generally, first one is the Jira. Okay, Jira. And the next one is we should learn Git and GitHub. Git and GitHub. Generally, Git and GitHub is also one repository where in the real time generally the developers might be available in different location. Whatever the code has developed by the developers, they had moved their code from their local to repository. So this is the one actually one repository to store developers code. Okay, this is the actually one tool we should learn Git and GitHub also. Okay, in the market there we have the parallel tools, Bitbucket like that. If you have the knowledge on this tool, then you can I would say you can easily manage parallel tools also. Okay, so you should learn Jira and Git and GitHub, and third tool is Maven. Third tool is Maven. Okay, and the next tool is Maven is also very powerful build automation tool. So Maven is also very beautiful tool. We need to learn Maven tool. Okay, next tool is debugging. Debugging, as a programmer, as a developer, you should you should knowledge on the debugging. So debugging also very important. Very important. As a programmer, you should have the knowledge on the debugging as well. As a programmer, you should have the knowledge on the debugging also. Next, along with you should learn about the Postman. Okay, Postman is the tool where you can check our URLs working fine or not, the page is working fine or not. We can cross check by using the Postman. Okay, next one we have the thing is we should learn the thing is the tool is sonar cube. Sonar cube, okay. So sonar cube is the tool. Generally, why we will use the sonar cube generally after completion of project development. So before deploying the live server, we will check the we will deploy our code into the sonar cube tool, and we can check. There you can find out, the tool will find out the vulnerability issues. Vulnerability issues meaning weak code. Like due to that reason, some outside person also hack our code, right? If our outside person can able to hack our code, then is there any use to develop our project? No, to avoid the hackers. Okay, to avoid the hackers, so we can find out sonar cube will find out the vulnerability issues. So we will resolve the vulnerability issues by using the sonar cube. By using the sonar cube. Okay. So this is the one tool. Two, three, four, five, six, and the next tool we have the Jenkins. So generally Jenkins is the pipelines. Generally Jenkins. So generally how the in Jenkins will helpful, will be having in the real-time scenarios, will be having the multiple servers actually. So I will give the overview, then you will get the clarity on it. You can assume like this. So generally in the real-time scenarios, the servers might be in different locations actually. Okay. This is the dev server, and this is the QA server, meaning this is the testing server. Okay. And this is the pre-prod. Okay. Prod meaning live. Before live we have the server, so there we will check the server. Pre-prod, and this is the prod. This is the production server. Whatever the code we have developed, that code they will check in all areas. So initially we have the one more server. This is our local server. This server. So in the Java itself we will download the Tomcat server, but in case of AEM, so by default they will provide to one server to us. So in the AEM no need to download any server, but in case of Java we need to download one server. Okay. So why the local server it is helpful to us? Because in the local server we can check our code is working fine or not. Okay, for checking purpose only we will use the local server. For checking purpose only we will use the local server. I will mention this is also called as gold box. Gold box or our local server. This is also gold box, or you can say sandbox. The sandbox, okay. Generally we will download the Tomcat server. In case of Java, I am telling, we will download the Tomcat server. So whatever the, for example, if you take the registration form, there you can know generally how the registration form will be there. We will give the username and password. The username, password, the both are correct. Then uh, it will we will get the login successful, right? So we have written some logic for that one, like we have whatever the validation will be there, like username and password, you are validating those two, and then the both are working fine, then it will be login successful. That login functionality whatever you have written, that you should check first in your sandbox. Here the code is working good, then only your code will push from your system. This is your local system, right? This is your local system. Then your code will move from your sandbox server to dev server. This is the server, dev server. In the real-time scenario, all the servers are missions actually. all the server. For example, I will show you some examples like Google database centers. I will show you Google database centers. Google database centers. Google data centers. Uh, if I open this one,
We have a very thorough end-to-end chain of custody process for
what
they're doing.
In lay
time incidents, 3 million.
We have a information security team.
authorized list with my badge, and then 2, I use a biometric iris scanner to verify that it truly is me. Okay, here we are on the data center floor. The first thing that I notice is that it's a little warm in here. It's about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Google runs our data centers warmer than most.
actually. Okay, in the real-time scenarios, servers is the missions actually. Servers is the missions, real-time missions actually. So in the for checking purpose only we will download. But in the real-time scenarios, servers are the very big missions actually. Okay, servers are the very big missions. We will deploy our code in the servers and then there we will check. Okay, this is the one server and the testing is the one server, pre-prod is the one server and production is the one server. Okay, so generally how the code will flow from initial stage to live. Generally, for example, you have written one code for the login registration form. So initially you can check in the your sandbox server. Here your code is working whatever the client is expecting. Here if your code is working here very good, then only you can push your code from your local to dev environment. Okay, there we will take the PR meaning pull request. So we will raise the PR to the your tech lead, and if the tech lead will give the permission, then your code will move from generally. Generally, I will what will happen? Your code will move to repository. Repository, GitHub repository. So that is the tool, right? This is the repository tool. In the repository tool, our code will move repository. Before going to the repository, we should raise the PR, right? Should raise the PR. So PR meaning we are requesting to the your team lead. So like team lead, I have written one login functionality code. Can you please cross check in your side also? Tech lead meaning so the person already knows about how the client requirement and all. Okay, the person tech lead also will check and so tech lead also will satisfy. Then the tech lead will give the approval. So if the tech lead will give the approval, then the code will move from your local to repository, right? This is the repository I would mention. This is the repository. Your code is available in the repository. From repository to this environments, we will use the pipelines. That pipelines is called Jenkins. Pipelines. Here we have the pipelines. Okay, pipelines. Through the pipelines, we have the I would say Azure DevOps team will be there, right? So Azure DevOps. So what they will do? So they will take care of code pushing from repository to dev server, and they will say dev server to testing like this. Okay, they will take care. So how they will take care? So they will use the Jenkins as the pipelines. So this is the one actual tool. With the help of this one, they can push from one code to one server to another server, one server to another server. So this is the Jenkins. So Jenkins is the pipelines. So where we can parallelly develop the programs and where we can parallelly development, where we can parallelly deployment. So parallel development and parallel deployment you can achieve by using the Jenkins tools. We can achieve by using the Jenkins tools. Okay, are you guys clear with my points? This is the tool number 7. Tool number 7. And then next tool is Docker. Docker, generally, what does it mean by Docker? Why we will use the Docker tool generally? So, Java, we are learning the Java, right? Java is our language or some others company language? Java is some others company language, right? For example, if you go to some electronic shop, if you purchase one fridge, so they will give one user manual, right? So there they will give the instructions like how to use the fridge and how to maintain the fridge. They will give the some instructions. Similarly, Java is our language or some others company language. Java is also some others company language. So they also given to us some user manual. Okay, so that user manual, that is this one, docsoracle.com Java SE docs API. Okay, there this is the user manual. Here we'll be having the clear information how to use the predefined classes, what is the purpose of predefined class, and how many methods are available inside the method. All the things are available in this document. All the things are available in this document. So this is similar to user manual. Okay, here how to use the classes, how to use the methods, and all the information are available in this document. So similarly, how they has developed this document, they use the Docker tool actually. So in the same scenario, for example, if you develop any project and if they client, they will ask to provide one document, there actually we will use the Docker tool, and with the help of Docker tool, we can develop we can develop documents like this. We can develop the documents like this by using the Docker tool. By using the Docker tool. By using the Docker tool. Are you guys clear in the point? This is the tool number 8. So these are the tools you should learn. These are the tools you should learn. Like if you are keeping 3 years or 4 years of experience, these are the tools you should learn. These are the tools you should learn. Okay, this is the complete scenario. So what does it mean by front end, and what does it mean back end, and what are the technologies as comes under the front end development, and what are the technologies as comes from the back end development, and what does it mean by server, and why we are using the server, what is the necessity of the server, and where the I can mention Java application is available, and what does it mean by JDBC, and what is database, and what are the technologies are available, what are the technologies are used to develop the front end environment, that is the UI, and next what are the servers are available, Tomcat server, WebSphere, WebLogic, Cloudfish, and what are the real-time tools are available, Jira, Git and GitHub, Maven, debugging, Postman, SonarQube, Docker, and we have one more tool, that is the logging tool. Logging tool is also very important. Ninth tool is logging tool. So logging also very important. So the purpose of logging tool, for example, so the code we have developed one project. So the project will deploy. So the project will be live. Okay. Sometimes due to some situations, so like some methods might be not working fine. Due to that methods, some pages will be breakdown, right? Some pages will be breakdown. So you don't know like the project might be contain the group of classes. So how will you find out the exact issue is coming from where? So in that case, logging is the tool. With the help of logger tool, we can track the methods exactly working fine or not. Okay, these are the tools we should learn. Jira, Git and GitHub, Maven, debugging, Postman, Sonaku, Jenkins, Docker and logging. Docker and logging. Docker and logging. Okay, so this is the thing. And after this, so generally, you know already times, right? So after this, the process I will tell. Daily timings, daily timings. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And after the class is completed, so your videos will be uploaded to the ITV. So we have the channel. The channel name is ITV Tech. ITV Tech. Okay, ITV Tech. ITV Tech channel. So in the channel, if you go with the live section, we have the live tabs, right? If you go with the live tab, there our videos are available. Our videos are available. Okay, so daily after completion of classes, all the videos will be uploaded to the ITV YouTube channel. ITV YouTube channel. Okay, so around we have the 5,000 plus subscribers. 5,000 plus subscribers. Your videos will be uploaded into the ITV, which are helpful to your future references. Which are those videos are helpful to your future references. Okay, and timings. Next thing is assignments. After completion of classes, we will give the assignments. So assignments are mandatory. Assignments are mandatory. Without doing the assignments, we won't allow the further sessions. Why? Because so one class is depends on another class. If you miss the previous class, you cannot understand the next class actually. So that is the thing. Assignments are mandatory. So without submitting the assignments, we cannot allow the further sessions. So generally assignments are mandatory. Next thing is attendance also. Attendance. So we have to maintain attendance. Attendance is also mandatory. Attendance is also mandatory. Next step, doubt session. Doubt session. So every Friday we'll conduct the doubt session. So in the class, after end of the class also, if you have any doubts, you can ask. I can help you in that case. Okay. So every Friday we will conduct the doubt session also. Next thing is assignments, attendance, doubt session. Next thing is grades. So after like this core Java, almost it will take the duration 35 to 45 days, right? So we will take the Java interview. In the interview, we will give the grades A grade and B grade and then C grade. Okay, who will who will got the A grade? So they will give the offer to work with such software solutions. Okay, whoever got the B grade, then they will move to market, and whoever got the C grade, so they again once again they need to prepare well, and they need to give the interview with the next batch. Okay, this is the process actually. So the grades also will be there. Based on the grades, you can get the opportunity. If you are good and you get the A grade, then we can work with such software solutions. Okay, and if you got the B grade, then you can move to the next process actually. Okay, this is the grades actually. Okay, grades. So we have to prepare and Java interviews, and we have the channel, that is the. So after completion of video, after within 15 to 20 minutes, we will edit the titles and we'll give the thumbnails, and that video we will share in the group. Okay, you should submit the assignments with your names. I will show you that one also in the group. So this is the thing actually. Okay, Java full stack development. The prerequisites are your time, your dedication, and your commitment. If you are coming completely from non-IT also, no issue. Okay, so we will teach. You don't know anything related to IT, from scratch level we will start. Okay, and we have the total three modules. Module number one I can categorize as a backend development. In the backend development, core Java meaning very fundamentals, and advanced Java, whereas in the advanced Java, JDBC, servlets, and JSP. So nowadays JSP has deprecated. Instead of, apart from the JSP, we are using the React JS and Angular. we are using the React.js and Angular. Next, we have the database. So database, the technologies are either Oracle, either MySQL. Okay, so through that we can insert the data, we can update the data, we can retrieve the data, we can modify the data. Okay, in the module number two, front-end development. What are the front-end technologies are like HTML, CSS, HTML and CSS are the designs which will give good feel and look to the websites. Next, Bootstrap. Bootstrap is also helpful to give the markup to the websites and for the mobile compatibility. Next, JavaScript. JavaScript is the language. We can make our web application dynamic. We will give the dynamic nature to the web applications. Next, React.js and Angular. So if you are any one is good. If you are good at React.js, that is sufficient. If you are good at Angular, that is also sufficient. Okay. So as a fresher level, you should learn these two modules. Fresher level. As a fresher level, if you are pursuing the graduation, this is the modules you should learn. Okay, if you are have some career gap and you want to put some experience, then you should go with frameworks. So instead of these three frameworks, you should learn the AEM. And this is also should learn. Any sector you want to go, any sector you want to learn like Java full stack development, .NET full stack development, real-time tools also required. Okay, and this is the Java full stack development, and this is the overview. Okay, backend Python full stack development and .NET full stack development. Next, we have the timings. Daily we'll be having the times 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and assignments are mandatory. Assignment attendance are mandatory. Doubt session every Friday we will conduct the doubt session. Okay, after the end of the class also, if you guys have any questions, you can ask. Or else, like in the while doing the any task, in stacking between, you can take the screenshot of it and you can share in the WhatsApp. I can help you in that case also. I can help you in that case also. Okay, so we will give the like a doubt assistance 24 into 7, no issue. Okay. Next, yeah, ITV channel. So for reference purpose, so every video will be uploaded in the ITV. So we have the ITV Tech YouTube channel. We have the subscribers almost 5,000 plus. So there also you can go daily and then you can refer our videos, whatever the videos daily we are discussing. Every video will be uploaded into the ITV. Then there you can go and you can refer the videos also. Okay. So that's it today. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll start actually Java. Okay, meaning what is Java and introduction of Java, history of Java, evolution of Java, everything we will discuss from tomorrow onwards. Okay, so that's it today. So I'm closing the session. If you guys have any questions, you can ask me. I'm stopping the live. And also one more point, whenever you are listening the class, so we have to maintain two things. One is the class notes, and second one is the your personal notes. Okay, these three are, for example, you are coming from completely non-IT, for example. No, this terminology might be in your case might be new, right? So if I tell the in one session, if I tell the like 3 to 4 topics, so will you able to remember all the 3 4 topics at a time? No, nobody cannot remember all the topics at a time, right? So while running the class, you should maintain one class notes. There you can write all the whatever the topics we are discussing. There you can write. Once complete the class, you can go with your home and you can maintain one more note, that is your personal notes according to your knowledge. Okay, you can prepare your own notes. Okay, these are the things you have to follow. Once you are following these two, then you can easily get the knowledge on Java. Okay, and after these two we can I will we will we are practicing the assignments and we are sharing the assignments in the group. So through that so end of the session, end of the course, you will get the complete knowledge on the Java. Okay, so these are the things you should follow: class notes, personal notes. Okay, so that's it today. I'm